Right then, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, bit of a hypothetical for you here. What do a random Minecraft YouTuber that looks like a pig have in common with the police force? Difficult one for you. Want to know the answer? They're racist, they're homophobic, they're sociopathic, and they're borderline schizophrenic. Not all pigs though, am I right? Because we're not actually talking about Technoblade here, and if you thought that I was, you should really know me better than that. Seriously, wow. Worst assumption you could have ever made. Docked 200 points. I'm firing you for that, actually. No, today we're talking about a much more, to borrow a phrase from 2016, a relevant pig-themed YouTuber called Gerg. And at the end of this video, he's going to be gurgling on my nuts. But for real, so this is some drama that actually happened a little bit ago, but we got some more news about it since then, you see. And I didn't get the chance to cover it last time, and I thought, you know, I thought I'd lost my chance. But then he decides to pull some other shit that I get to talk about. So thank you very much. Continue to gargle on my nuts, please, because it's only bringing me good fortune. So, why are we talking about Gerg? Well, this is a bit of an interesting one. You see, the thing that originally brought this man to my attention was, I think it was a couple of weeks ago now. Let me just check the exact date. Yeah, on the 22nd of January. In 2 days' time, that'll have been exactly a month ago, he puts out this tweet right here that says, I know nothing about these people, but didn't this dude die like 5 years ago? How many times are you gonna dance around a corpse for money? And he's quote tweeting a screen cap of a video that Tommy in it put out. Please don't let this define my career. I don't want my only bangers to be talking about these people. But he put a video out called Raising Money for Technoblade. Now, if you didn't know, Technoblade was a very beloved Minecraft YouTuber that sadly passed away to cancer. Yes, the Minecraft community finally got to him. But ever since he died, both Technoblade's father, going by TECHNOBLADE online, and Tommy in it have both sort of been doing their best to continually keep his name alive. And also raise money in his name. I'm pretty sure, I'll fact check this in a second, but I'm pretty sure that they raise money for the Sarcoma Foundation. Yeah, it's the Sarcoma Foundation. I'm not sure if it's an ongoing thing, like a constant, hey, you can donate, or if it's just, we'll do dedicated charity streams every so often. Don't know. I'm honestly not that involved. But what I do know is that what you don't do, right, when someone popular online dies of cancer, and their closest friend, and the only friend they really had that didn't turn out to be a pretty awful person in the long run, I'm pretty sure there's only 2 people from the friend group that didn't do something abhorrent from the what do they call themselves, the Sleepy Boys interactive or something. You had Philza, Wilbur, Techno, and Tommy. And of all of those, Philza's fine, Tommy's he's having a bit of a crash out. He's having a midlife crisis, a couple of mids too early. Wilbur ended up being an abuser, and if you follow it up with the current news cycle, a groomer. And Technoblade, well, he's the one that died. So, but what you don't do is you don't go to these people that are raising money in their best friend and son's name and say, maybe stop puppeting around his corpse for a bit. It's getting on my nerves. It's getting kind of old. You're just kind of scummy for this. I've seen a lot of stupid people on the internet in my time. Trust me, you're never going to run out of stupid people on the internet. But that's up there with, like, top 5 head things that you can do that should probably get you at least... I don't know if I can say that. That should at least get you sent to Poppy Playtime's basement. Make of that what you will. If you know the law, you know the law. Game theory. But obviously, he received quite a bit of backlash for saying this. And at the time, I was really hoping to cover it, but things just kept coming up, and I wasn't able to. And then by the time I'd be able to put a video out, it's kind of old news. And I mean, you can still make a video on old news, but it's old news, so pretty much everyone that's going to click on your video has already clicked on someone else's. The account that catalogued all of these interactions that we're going to go through is called The Worst of Discord, and the screenshot they chose to represent the sort of fighting in the comments has someone saying, he says within the first 3 minutes he's raising money for charity and is literally joined by Techno's dad. And this pig, and I will use that as an insult, this pig then said, then just do a charity drive. at some point it's ridiculous. You think you're going to be raising money for TECHNOBLADE 20 years later too? It's beating quite literally a dead horse. You disgusting fucking creature of a person. How dare you say something like that about an actual living, breathing person whose father is raising money so that no one else dies the way his son did. You disgusting man. Yes, in 20 years' time, I hope they are still raising money for TECHNOBLADE. If I died, I would hope that my closest friends and family would keep my name alive for as long as they fucking could. Who the hell wants for their closest friends and family for them to fade into obscurity after they die? Are you stupid? Just do a charity drive. What the fuck do you think this is? It is a charity drive. They're using TECHNOBLADE's name so that no one forgets who he is. That's the point. It's a memorandum. It's a memorial. By your logic, let's just get rid of fucking gravestones. No one needs to know who's buried here. If you want to raise money for the graveyard, just put a picnic. Just put on a picnic. Let's just put on a picnic above all of these dead people. No one knows where anyone's buried because we don't need gravestones. We don't need to be raising money for Agnes, who died of fucking leukemia 7 years ago. No, that's fine. The last person in that thread, by the way, said raising money for cancer research for his friend that died of the cancer is beating a dead horse. What? I think we have the same opinion, just I expressed mine a little more emotionally. That's all. So you might be thinking, well, if that's the end of the drama, he just said a dumb thing, what happened recently that's brought him back into the news cycle? Well, a few moderators of his Discord server decided to come forward with screenshots of him just being a foul person behind the scenes. You kind of have to expect it. A lot of people, you know, you have your two faces, you have your public face, you have your private face. If someone's willing to make their public face that abhorrent, then God knows their private face is definitely going to be worse. So what we're going to do, I've not read these yet, aside from a cursory glance to make sure that, you know, this content is actually worth talking about, and we're just going to react to it on the fly. So, let's hop into this. By the way, first screenshot is of his channel. I will admit, I did try and look it up after the first bit of, like, drama after he insulted TECHNOBLADE, just to see who the he was, because before this I had never heard of him. I still don't think I've ever seen a video of his, but I couldn't find it at all. I searched every variation of Gerg you can possibly think of. No channel came up, and no videos came up either. Not a single one by this man, not a single video. So it goes to show you what kind of relevancy we're dealing with here. And I mean, I know I'm not one to talk in terms of relevancy. YouTube doesn't even display my thumbnails when you search my channel name for some reason, which is really annoying. Size isn't an indicator of moral character, but in this case, it's a really funny tool to dunk on him with. Anyway, let's see what we've got, shall we? At LazyGamer, I have told you time and time again, do not at everyone. Unironically important time to do it. It's worthless now because your ass has used it so much. No, it isn't, you cretin. Constantly the announcements channel and at everyone is used for unimportant dumb shit. And you may be too short-sighted to see this, but when you do that, people turn off at everyone notifications. So when I do want to use it, it's useless, because you use it for dumb stupid shit. And I have said this to you so much, and you can tell because of the amount of reactions on at everyone posts have decreased over time. I took this lesson from Cyber Billy, who in the entire duration of having Vcraft used at everyone twice. Hey, at everyone, it's Hatsune Miku's birthday. Shut up, you dumb wow. Okay, well, we're not even halfway through the screenshot, and we already have two words that I can't say. It's unironically, all I can say to this is it's not that deep. No one gave a shit about who you were or knew who you were before this came out, and people are going to continue to not care about you now that this is out. Because this has happened, people now associate you with this. I know I do, because I never heard of you before this, and if I can help it, no one else will either. If you want to run your Discord server like an authoritarian regime, you have to give some incentive for the people working in that regime to want to stay there. If you do nothing but insult them all the time for trying to do their jobs and having fun with it, you know, fun, that thing a community is supposed to be, then they're not gonna want to work for you, and they're going to do shit like this, where they leak all of the times that you are a sniveling, cretin of a person. And yes, I will call you a cretin back, because unlike Lazy Gamer, who is literally just doing the job that they do for you for free, you actually are a cretin. Cretin. Derogatory, a stupid person. Cretin, medicine archaic, a person whose mental and physical development has been impaired by a deficiency of thyroid hormone in fetal or early life. Now, I don't want to say there's a reason you're a faceless YouTuber. Outside of actual announcements, I've used it 7 times in the past however long the server has existed. Hey, add everyone, we have a problem in our Discord. Add everyone, look at us, we have a content problem. Why are you having an autistic fit about this? Because it has my name on it. Well done, Gerg! Guess what else has your name on it? Thanks to your own inability to cope with problems like a regular functioning human being, this is now your legacy. And any people that actually join your community after this are not going to be the soft, squishy people that you can manipulate into buying merchandise and actually liking your content and liking who you are as a person. They are going to be the exact type of toxic that you are. They are going to come to you and rally behind you specifically because you are a sewage-sweating manlet that hates black people and the mentally impaired. And on top of that, you also don't actually seem to care about the fact that your audience of majority minors is being exposed to content. So well done, you hit the trifecta. You are racist, ableist, and probably going to be associated with from now on. So well done. Good job getting them out of your server, but hey, I'm glad it was worth telling off your moderator for using add everyone 7 times since joining for things that weren't important announcements. I hope it was worth it to you, I really do. I don't get how we keep putting this into positions of power, especially in the Minecraft sphere. We are flooded with these insane, horrible people like in the mid-80s being flooded into low-income neighborhoods. But let's move on to the next post. Now, I have no context for what this post actually is about, but I will read it out anyway, because apparently it was big enough to include within the thread. And also, it is just another example of him calling someone the arse-slur. Seems to be a common thing with Minecrafters these days. You mind? TBH, the MC Discord moderation is really weird sometimes, but here I kinda get the point. I mean, it's the official Discord. Bro was discussing a ton in that channel. And then this guy just hops in. Fantastic. Now I can call you a pretentious without it being chat filtered. I'm so glad, you disgusting pig, that you are finally able to call people slurs. Really, I am. Because now you no longer have to hide it. We all know how terrible of a human being you are. How you failed to develop correctly. And now we don't have to accidentally support you with our time and attention because we didn't know. So thank you for exposing yourself. Because now we know better. I'm on my phone right now, but I have a screenshot of Gerg saying the N-word, and Gerg chimes in with, I don't know, you're an underage... Again? Well, I'm glad you didn't know, but considering the problem you self-admit to having in your server, bit suspicious. I mean, if it looks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, and we've seen it 1,000 other times because ducks at this point are an invasive species... But that's it for screenshots for now. Now we actually have testimonies from the moderators. The names are obviously blanked out, and whoever's screenshotted this was from friends apparently, because aujourd'hui means in the morning, I believe. It's been quite a few years since I failed my French. But this is now sort of testimony from the people that were working and have left. So let's see what they've got to say, shall we? I've been moderating on Gerg's Minecraft server since last April. I never really had to deal with the guy, because there was an admin running the server for him and paying it too. After some videos in April and May, Gerg kind of forgot about the Minecraft server and we all had fun. Then, in late December, he came back to make a video and immediately started pissing off the players and staff by his absolute lack of care about the server, destroying and moving builds without warning. You won't see any of that in the video, but he does make some terrible jokes and shows edited screenshots of some players' reactions, making them appear as attention-seeking IMO. As time passes and Gerg is bringing more and more of his friends into play, a bunch of idiots who kept messing up with commands, one even crashed the server by placing a billion Blackstone with world edit, and gives them up despite the server admins telling him not to. Then, if you remember, he made a stupid tweet about Tommy's video on Techno. Now, I gave him the benefit of the doubt at that point because I knew he was pretty dumb, and there was a legit chance he didn't know who Tommy in it was. That was his defense. He thought Tommy was one of the vultures milking Techno's death, and tweeted without watching the video. But apart from a couple of stupid jokes and him generally being a bit of an asshole to work with, he didn't do anything bad at this point. Then he decided to make great changes to the Minecraft server, planning to move the world border around, leaving all the old builds outside of the map, but allowing people to keep their stuff. The whole player base got up in arms against this, and many moderators, including myself, threatened to quit over the issue. It was the last straw of him not listening to other people's opinions for me. As luck would have it, the admin chose that moment to pull out, leaving me with the message, "Funny thing, Gerg doesn't listen to me either," leaving the server 1 week before it shutting down. That was Monday. A group of people who had been protesting the world border change got together and formed a refugee server and started sharing stuff, among which came a screenshot of Gerg crashing out and saying the N-word. Now, this screenshot had been circulating a bit before, and Gerg and his friend assured it was forged with a whole story behind it. However, one of the Discord admins, basically the only one along with the Minecraft admin with a brain, came to the refugee server and confirmed the screenshot was real. This prompted some of the Discord moderators to unleash hell on the Discord by unbanning a bunch of people and giving everyone admin access. After revealing the N-word screenshot, chaos ensued, but Gerg did get it under control at some point, at the cost of every single channel. Also, Gerg's friend found the admin who ratted Gerg out and has left the Discord altogether, which doesn't sound good because Gerg and his friends come from 4chan. Well, that explains a lot. Following this, I decided to go back to the Discord server and expose Greg again. I was able to show the confirmation now because the admin disappeared, and just after this, Gerg decided to delete his Discord server. Minecraft server IP, if you want to grief, it's gonna get closed anyway, and I think there's a command block banning people regardless. play.gerg.world. Here's some screenshots. I censored the N-word. Sadly, I would have brought more proofs, but Gerg did delete all the channels of his server and then deleted it altogether. So, anyway, Gerg is a racist asshole. Yeah, that reveal about him coming from 4chan, I would not be surprised. I'm fully, like, the admin that disappeared after he was found. Good move. I went on a whole spiel about why 4chan is bad, but it kind of just rambled on for a little too long, so all I will say is that anyone you hear about coming from 4chan, watch out. It is a breeding ground for the worst type of people. Okay, the rest of the thread is comprised of the screenshots we showed you earlier of the Tommy tweet, and another screen cap of the N-word, and we do finally have one last mod statement. Hello! I'm one of the moderators of the Gerg World server, and I want to add more to the fire since I saw my fellow moderators do the same. Anonym, please. Okay, so let's get it from the top. Gerg, after all the horrendous things he's done, is also a confirmed shoplifter, which is an actual offense. Okay, I really thought you were going to come out of the gate strong. Shoplifting? There's also a 7-minute voice recording of him crashing out because someone called him a p***. That's basically it. More than that, I would have started with that. More than that, him and his friends tried to enter the refugee server, which is basically pure pettiness. One said they wanted to check it out, but I'm vouching that they wanted to clown on us. Now let's go back to the Minecraft server shutting down. Gerg previously stated that if things come to worse, I can host the server. The host of the server hasn't been paid once for hosting it for him, and I don't think the hoster left Gerg because of money, more so because he was rude. There was a previously stated lack of communication with everyone. I want to mention that after I talked with the server host, I don't believe he wanted to shut it down on any reasons on his side. I think that him and Gerg had a fight and something happened and here we are. But don't take my word for it because this is pure speculation. The host told me Gerg wanted the server shut down the day he sent the message to us moderators, but he was kind enough to leave it running for one more week until the 17th of February. Now, I want to talk about Greg trying to find a different host. Stating he didn't have enough money was, in my opinion, BS, considering the shorts revenue and videos he could make on the server. Approximately cost of hosting the server for 1 month is $100 from the host's intel. But I could be wrong, you know. Maybe he didn't have enough money, but people also wanted to donate to keep the server online more until he can find a solution, but he said that donations are too rocky. He gave himself 48 hours to find a solution for the server hosting, even though he had like a week left of the server running to get a new host, but he didn't even use all of his hours when he gave up and made the closing of the server official. It was 1 day and 5, I counted. Also, that TLDR thing on YouTube, yeah, it's BS. He deleted my comment when I called him out, and now we have to make sure he doesn't ruin the refugee server with him and his pals like he did to his own server. In short, he didn't give two shits about the server, and he basically ruined it, so overall, it's deserved. Okay, so from the top of things... all of this over a Minecraft server. I can't even say that's kind of funny, because the sadness of it kind of weighs out. You self-destructed, revealed yourself as a racist, ableist, potentially pedophilic, insane individual because people on your Minecraft server thought you were a bit of a c***. Rightfully so, considering everything we've learned. But man, of all the things to crash out about, come on! Well, it is in a pig's nature. Either way, now that we've gone through all of that, and I've thoroughly basted and pasted his ass with... No, glazing wouldn't work in this situation. You kind of ruined the word glazing for this. But that's what you put on a pig before you stick it in an oven and cook it. I don't know. You think of a creative insult for him in the comments below. What we're going to do is we're going to hop over to his channel to see what the hell he does beyond be racist and be la stupid. Because like I said, last time I couldn't find it, but now we have the direct at. And this, the call-out post, the last moderator call-out post, stated that he was a shorts merchant. I want to see this for myself. Let's see what quality of content necessitated blowing up like this. Let's have a look. Ha! At last, we found the slimy little git. And he's still posting. That's a very brave move. That's a very brave move indeed. And look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. 2 weeks, 159,000. 3 weeks, 94,000. Ooh, is that a little spark of jealousy I'm feeling? Ooh. Oh! No, it's really not. Oh, that's funny. 1 month ago, around the same time you made this drama, the video that you put out, Important Pig News, racism update. Wow, talk about baiting your audience. You did a racism. And now you're going to use that to bait people into clicking on the video to talk about the different pig types and cow types and sheep types that Minecraft are adding. Scum. Wait a second. Oh, that's very interesting, Mr. Gerg. This video came out before he made that Tommy Innit tweet. This video came out before the racism screenshots were leaked. How funny is that? This man foreshadowed his own downfall. That is comedy you cannot write. That is the perfect alignment of all of the stars in the sky and the universe coming together to tell you to f*** off. So I guess I was wrong about that. You didn't do it on purpose. You weren't being that much of a prick. You just predicted exactly how you were gonna fall off. That is some brilliant comedy. Although I will say, if I want to take a bit of a conspiracy theorist approach to this, which I will, this bit is speculation. I've truly no idea. But wouldn't it be funny if they pulled a Frozen and Walt Disney on this? If you don't know what the theory is, right? The film Frozen was released and titled what it was specifically so when you Googled Walt Disney Frozen, instead of coming up with the theory that he froze his body or his head to be reincarnated later on, you'd get the movie instead. Yeah? It's so clever and it's so blatant that it's almost obviously true, but it's never actually been confirmed, because why the hell would Disney confirm that? What if that's what this is? You know, I'll put my conspiracy hat on for a second. What if that's what this is, eh? He knew. Because this was only 13 days. This was near enough 2 weeks before he tweeted that about Tommy Innit. But if we look at the dates that the racism was said, I don't know if this is in American time or normal time, but it's either the 18th of the 9th or the 9th of the 18th. Okay, I'm stupid, it's the 18th of the 9th. But it's the 18th of the 9th, 24. A whole 3 or 4 months, depending on how you slice it, before this video came out. And considering how neurotic this man is, don't you think it'd just be the type of thing he would do to title a video like this, so that whenever you type in Gerg racism, instead of drama videos like my cheeky self popping up, you get his video talking about a Minecraft update, yeah? A controversial one, all things considered. That, I don't know if I want to give him the credit to be smart enough to do that or not, but Tell me it doesn't sound like it could be a thing, yeah? But I don't want to give this pig any views, so I'm not going to watch any of his big videos. I'm just going to quickly have a look at his shorts to see, you know, what type of content, what type of prime subscription-worthy content was he making to warrant a crash out that big over atting everyone in his server. Let's have a look.
I invented another Minecraft minigame. Now you may be asking, Gerg, couldn't you have just... So I did what any tyrannical tyrant would do. So I came across this video about a useless redstone contraption. Okay, hear me out. Minecraft Enderman. I invented another Minecraft minigame. I invented the Minecraft Marketplace, a universe of creativity pack. Last week I showed my Minecraft minigame drip drop. This is a Minecraft version of Guess Who. Alright, full disclosure, some of it sucks. None of my minigames are actually now thought out. A SpongeBob in Minecraft can absorb up to 135 blocks of water. I invented another Minecraft minigame. Minecraft, do not get started. Welcome back to Ghosting, where I give your Minecraft builds. I invented another Minecraft minigame. Greedy Minecraft has gone through several evolutions. Back in your days, it was simple. Welcome to the visual combination transformations. I have just made a legal discovery. Guys, I think love. Oh, wait, first. Do what's going on.
He even sounds like he's from 4chan. Brother, pick a struggle. My God. Okay. Bub, I know I'm going to end this video.
I made another Minecraft minigame. I call this one 4 Chances. The game is a 4-player exclusive, where players take on the role of volunteers, and their goal is to moderate a block court server without annoying the owner. Each player has 4 completely randomized problems that have happened in the block court. Some of them could be as acceptable as prawn exposure to minors, and some could be really offensive, like adding everyone to celebrate Hatsune Miku's birthday. To win the game, all 4 volunteers must successfully moderate the block court server by pressing the button that corresponds to one of the issues that have appeared. Here's the catch though. If 2 of the volunteers press to moderate the same issue, or if one of the volunteers presses to moderate an issue that doesn't really need addressing, then the owner gets one step closer to calling them a racial slur. In total, the volunteers get 4 chances to moderate the block court server properly. On their first failure, they get called an ableist slur. On their second failure, they get called a racial slur. On their third failure, the owner goes out of his way to try and annoy and ruin his own community, while the volunteers are forced to work overtime, pressing twice as many buttons for the following rounds. And on their fourth failure, the volunteers get doxxed by the owner's 4chan friends that he met through a 4chan dedicated dating app. Download the world from the description below and get moderating. Now.
But yeah, that's all I've got to talk about that this time. There's not much left to chat about. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as you are supposed to, my darling sheeple. And that's it from me. In case I don't see you, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. And I hope to see you in the next one. Love you guys. Peace.